Today we're going to be reviewing the stimulation medication Menopur with my patient.
Hi, I'm Morgan and I'm going through fertility treatments.
So first, Morgan, when you go to use your Menopur, you're going to see it comes in a big box like this. Okay. You're going to open up the box, and inside of this box you're going to see that there's a smaller box labeled Menopur as well. Okay. And then there's another white box inside that we're just going to disregard. Okay, Morgan, so upon opening up this box, you're going to see that there's a smaller box inside labeled Menopur as well. You're just going to open up this box, and inside you're going to see that you have 5 powdered vials with peach tops, and then you have 5 liquid vials as well labeled sodium chloride. Okay, the sodium chloride is just the liquid we're going to be using to dilute the powder, which is where all the medication is. So, Morgan, you're going to be using 1 liquid vial for your dose and 2 powdered vials, okay? You have the potential to take 1 to 2 powdered vials for each dose. Morgan's dose happens to be 2 powdered vials. Take out our 2 vials from there. Next, aside from your Menopur box, you're gonna need to find some additional supplies, okay? So you're gonna have a bag, and it's gonna be labeled, used to mix and draw up Menopur. And it's going to be a 3 ml syringe attached to a 22 gauge 1.5 inch needle for mixing it. Also, you're going to need to find another needle that's going to be labeled used for injecting Menopur. So that's going to be a 27 gauge 1/2 inch needle. The first thing I want you to know, Morgan, is that this liquid vial that says sodium chloride is just regular liquid. It's a diluent. It's used just to mix your powdered medication. So you're gonna have leftover liquid in this vial, and that's okay, don't be alarmed, it just gets discarded into the sharps container. Okay. So you could go ahead and pop the safety cover off that liquid vial. Then you're going to clean the top of the rubber stopper with an alcohol swab. Next, you're going to open up your 3 ml 22 gauge needle syringe from the package. And your doctor said that you're going to be using 1 milliliter of liquid. So the first thing that you're going to do with the syringe is you're going to pull back till you have 1 milliliter of air inside of the syringe. Next, you're going to carefully uncap the needle, and you're going to go into the liquid vial. Above the level of the liquid, you're going to dispense that milliliter of air into the vial. Okay. We do this to create equal pressure inside of the vial. It makes it easier to draw up your dose. Next, you're going to turn the vial and syringe upside down together, and you're going to make sure the needle is below the level of the liquid, and you're going to pull back until you have a milliliter of the liquid inside of the syringe. Okay? Next, you're going to remove the needle from the vial. Okay, carefully recap that 22 gauge needle and set it down. You're going to take one of your powdered vials with the peach covering, pop the safety cover off of this one now. Once again, you're going to clean the top of the rubber stopper with an alcohol swab. Okay. With the same needle and syringe, you're going to go into the powdered vial, and you're going to insert that milliliter of liquid into the powdered vial. Okay? Leaving that needle and syringe attached on top, you're going to pick the vial straight up in between your hands. And if you feel like you didn't kind of put the needle in all the way, you could just kind of put it in all the way to make sure it's nice and sturdy as you roll it back and forth. So you roll it back and forth, kind of like you're warming up your hands. It takes like 10 seconds or so. Then you're going to take a look at the vial, make sure all the powder has been dissolved into the liquid, and once again, turn the vial and syringe upside down together, making sure that needle is below the level of the liquid. And you're going to pull back until you have that same 1 ml of liquid inside of the syringe. Okay, but now it's a medication. Turn it right side up, remove the needle from the vial. This vial gets discarded into the sharps container. Once again, carefully recap your large 22 gauge needle and set it down. Take your next powdered vial, and we're just going to repeat those steps. So we're going to clean the top again with an alcohol swab. Carefully uncap your needle. Insert the needle and syringe into this vial now. push to dispense our milliliter of the medication into here. Once you insert all the liquid into the vial, once again, you're going to make sure you push the needle down so it's nice and secure in the vial and roll it back and forth, kind of like you're warming up your hands once again. Okay. Then again, you're going to want to take a look at the vial and make sure all the powder's been dissolved into the liquid. Turn it upside down. And then once again, you're going to pull back so you have that same 1 ml of liquid inside of the syringe. Okay. Turn it right side up, remove the needle from the vial. You're going to carefully recap that large 22 gauge needle. You're going to twist it off from the 3 ml syringe. Then you're going to take your much smaller 27 gauge half-inch needle that was labeled for injecting. You're just going to twist that one right onto the syringe, okay? From there, you're going to be ready to inject. So once again, you're going to be using your abdomen to inject. You're going to go 2 to 3 inches away from your belly button, either to the left, the right, or below. So anywhere in that U-shaped area, you're going to do the injection, okay? So I recommend sitting down, have a seat, and then once you select your site, you're going to clean the skin with an alcohol swab. So just clean in a circular motion, 2 inches outward. Okay. Then you're going to uncap the needle, and you're going to pinch that skin up to create a little pocket-like pouch for the needle to go into. Okay. You're going to go straight in with the needle all the way in at 90 degrees. Once you see that you've dispensed your dose, you're just going to hold it there an extra 5 seconds to make sure you got everything. Then you're just going to remove the needle from your body, and that whole thing goes into the sharps container.